Hey, what's going on everybody? Ginger on Wheels here with another unboxing video, and today we have the Ninebot Max kick scooter. It is a 40-mile range commuter scooter that I think is meant to compete with the ES4 or the 09. So we're gonna unbox this, we're gonna see what's in the box, we're gonna take a look. Maybe if I have time, I'll give it a ride today. We'll see. Okay, so this is the box that it ships in. Very obviously a scooter. All right, cutting the tape. I hope all the cameras are filming this because I really only get one take. Nicely packaged, I like that. So this scooter comes in at $849 retail online. I saw this thing on the RevRides website for $7.99. And we've got the Ginger 50 coupon. I don't know if you know about that. If you check out on RevRides website and you use Ginger 50, you get 50 bucks off. So that brings us down to $7.49. Okay, so a big thick piece of styrofoam on top. Some handlebars. All right. If this scooter is anything like the ES2 or the ES4 or the Wolf, you just plug this little wire in here. And that connects the controller to the throttle. And then you just slide this on top. And that becomes your scooter. I can see here that we've got 6 screws. One more, 2 more thick pieces of foam. And the scooter. This is what I get for not having a garage. All right, here she is. Does she have a kickstand installed? She does. Oh, handlebars need to be secured. Let's see if I can just figure out this latching mechanism intuitively. Yep, that was super easy. Okay. I like that latch. This is the charger. All right, I guess that's it in the whole box. So here's our scooter. This is the charger. This is the actual whole charger, in case you're wondering. One of the huge perks of this scooter is that it has a fast charger built into it. I think it's like 3 amps. So no huge block charger like this is the charger I use to charge these 2 scooters. And this thing is kind of heavy, it's bulky, I need 2 of them, and it still takes like 5 or 6 hours on maximum charge. But this thing takes 5 hours, and you just have this little tiny cord, and it has the same range. I'm curious if the range is actually comparable to these, because this claims to have a 40-mile range, and I've tested both of these, and they're in the upper 40s for real-world range too. So if this thing can get close, that'll be impressive. Anyway, back to the unboxing. Nice. It kind of reminds me of just a really thick, burly ES4. So I think the only assembly required is just these 6 screws up here. It has a bell built in. Too good, too good. Okay, so I'm pretty sure assembly is going to be as easy as finding an Allen screw that fits these 6 screws. Then I do see that they have Loctite already installed on them. Okay, so with the screws out of the neck here and this little cable piece plugged in, I had to plug this into here, tuck that down into the stem, and then slide the top piece on. And then your only job is to screw in the 6 screws. There it is. So that's the handlebars. They have like a nice textured grippy diamond pattern in them. It's got that cool bell that I was hitting on earlier. That is the brake lever. It's on the left-hand side and it looks very solid. There's no jiggle in it. Nice tension. Display here on the top. Looks bright enough to me right now inside, but we'll get it outside later and check that. This is the piece that allows it to fold. Latch in the back when you fold it. It's the thumb accelerator there. A lot of people that aren't into super sporty scooters have an issue with the trigger throttle, so they put the thumb throttle in here for the standard commuter. Come down here, nice sleek stem. And this folding mechanism, it has a piece right here that you fold out of the clip. And then you just pull the clip and the handlebars fold down. Or I'll show you that later outside when I have the GoPro strapped to me. Front wheel here that has the drum brake built into it. Tires have some nice grip on them. You'll notice on this scooter that there's no suspension built into the frame up here or in the back, and that's because they threw 10-inch pneumatic tires on it. So it's going to absorb just about as many bumps as the little janky spring suspension you see on some other commuter scooters. So this thing does weigh 40 pounds, and that is because underneath there, as you'll see, that has a really thick battery. The battery compartment's pretty big. So we'll see if this thing can pop on and off curbs without scraping on the bottom. I do see it has some nice reflectors built in right there and right there. That's cool. Ooh, let's check brake lights. I didn't check that yet. And the brake light wants to flash. So on some scooters, when you pull the brake light will be a solid light, and some scooters it'll flash, and this one is a flashing. I prefer the flashing because it's a lot more obvious to drivers who are just speeding by you anyways. And people sometimes might confuse it for a turn signal, so they'll slow down expecting you to turn, you know. Just makes drivers more aware. The rear wheel here, that is where our 350 watt hub motor is. A lot of commuter scooters will go with the 250 watt motor, but this baby has the 350 watter. So maybe it'll get us up some bigger hills. I'm a big guy. I'm 200 pounds, 6'2", and RevRides felt like this would be a decent scooter for me, so we will see. And as you can see here, this is the charging port. Looks like that's where the fast charger plugs in, and then this, I don't know if that's another charger or what, but I'll put that in the description if it does something. This is it, this is the whole charger. So you just plug that right into here. That's really cool. And in case you're curious, that is what a drum brake looks like. I don't think I've ever worked on a scooter with a drum brake, but I'll tell you, if it eliminates that noise that you hear in a lot of disc brakes all the time, then I'm for it. Unfortunately, it looks like the fenders on this scooter are about as good as any other scooter. They do a little bit of rappelling in the back here, but they could have come down to there. And the front could be a little bit longer too, but... Oh, the back fender's not bad actually. Back fender comes down, would actually deflect water. That's cool. Front fender though leaves a little bit to be desired, because when you run over water, it's gonna stick to the tread a little bit and flick out and go like this. Man, I do like these tires. Check these out. They got the knobbly tread on the side for when you're cornering, so you don't slip out. And then they've got the water deflecting tread in the middle. So that's pretty cool. Pneumatic tires too, and they come inflated. I didn't have to inflate these. They feel like they're totally inflated to the proper PSI. So from what I can tell, it has 3 bolts holding the latch on with this collar piece. There's 2 bolts here, and then this bolt here that holds the latch on. So to break this stem off, you're gonna have to bust through this collar piece. I don't see that happening. Not gonna have a mantis incident. You guys seen that on the 𝐏𝐫𝐨𝐭𝐞𝐜 mantis? The stem comes cracking off. I don't think I'll be reviewing that scooter. Oh yeah, one other feature this scooter has, a light built into the front. It's a 2.5 watt LED light in the front there. So I imagine we just hold this button and it'll come on. Yep. Pretty bright. We'll have to see how it works at night. RevRides wanted to give me this scooter to review, and I told them I wasn't gonna sugarcoat the review. I'm gonna put this thing through the absolute paces. I'm gonna commute this thing in the rain. I'm gonna commute it for over 100 miles. I'm gonna see how it does at night. I'm gonna test the tread on the tires. So I'm excited to put this thing through the paces in the upcoming videos and see what happens. All right, everybody, well, that's it. Thanks for joining me for this quick unboxing video on the Ninebot Max scooter here. If you enjoyed it, make sure to give me a subscription on the channel or a like on the video, and we'll see you around for the next videos when we give this thing a test ride and we put it through the proper paces outside.